So one of the big stories of the week has been the way people have been turning out at meetings out in the country that lawmakers, members of the House and members of the Senate are having back in their home states and their home districts to protest Donald Trump, to protest Trump policies, to basically go on the attack to some extent against Republican lawmakers at their town hall meetings back home. You know, this movement has been dismissed by the White House and by some Republicans as essentially something that's manufactured, of people who are turned out by organizers on the left who are generating these crowds. And there's certainly some truth to that. There is definitely some organizational oomph behind these people who are turning up at town halls. But there are also two other factors at work here that probably ought to give Republicans pause as they think about this. The first is it's true that there is some organizational effort to turn out people at these town hall meetings, but people tend not to show up just because somebody's asked them unless they feel some passion. And so to the extent people are showing up to demonstrate passion about unhappiness with the Donald Trump immigration ban, for example, or with the way Republicans are trying to repeal Obamacare, you have to see that as some extent genuine, not manufactured. The second thing is that while this movement has been compared to some extent with the Tea Party movement that sprung up on the right in 2010 and has been a factor ever since, there's one significant difference, at least so far. The Tea Party movement, a lot of that energy was actually directed at Republicans, people in the Tea Party movement on the right side of the political spectrum who are angry at Republicans for not being sufficiently conservative or for not challenging President Obama sufficiently. So far, this movement, this town hall anger has been directed not at Democrats, but at Republicans, people on the left not going after people in their own party, but people in the opposite party, and basically trying to lay down some markers in a different way than the Tea Party did. So while I think Republicans will probably dismiss some of this as manufactured and to some extent fake and not representing a majority of opinion in their own districts, there's certainly elements of these town hall protests that I think Republicans are going to have to take seriously.